welcome to Dojo Bali. Who been to Dojo first time? Okay, fine. Welcome to Dojo. You're not first time, Riza. Okay, we just started. Today we have events by Ania Crow. Crow? Crow? You know how to pronounce about freelancing 2.0. Who's already starting become freelancing here? Or who like still working for corporate? Okay, it's okay. No worries. We do the same.
Hi.
Hopefully today we get some enlightenment.
Oh yeah.
And then do something what we want. Okay, I think you can start.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Hi. Nice to see new faces. Nice to see old faces. My name is Ania. Thank you for introduction. The title of my presentation is Freelancing to Zero. It's kind of vague, but I just wanted to really talk about effective ways of starting or growing freelance business. And, well, you can actually apply things that I will talk about to your online business as well. So, it's the goals for this workshop. I just wanted you to know where we are going. I want to tell you why I want to talk about it. I want to go through some main freelance challenges. So those of you who are already freelancers probably, you might have experienced them, and those of you who want to start freelancing, maybe it's good that you are aware of them. And I'm going to propose some of the solutions, and there are many solutions to fix the problems of freelancers, and I'm going to talk briefly about them. There are so many that it's impossible really to talk about for the 1 hour, but they should be interesting because I got to know them through my experience and through market research as well. And in the end, there will be moments for you to ask me some questions. Hello. Hi. So, as you know already, my name is Ania. I'm from Poland. I'm living abroad since 2012. I've been living in different European countries. The longest period I spent in Spain, in south of Spain, in the beautiful city of Malaga. And almost a year ago, I decided to be a full-time nomad. So right now I don't have a home base. I just travel around. I started freelancing 4 years ago, and I started my freelance adventure on... Sorry? Okay, sorry. I started my adventure of freelancing on the platform called Upwork. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's the biggest online job market, if you can say that. And I built there quite a strong profile up until now. And I built many careers there, if you can say professions. I started as a VA, as a virtual assistant. And I was doing many different things, working with many interesting projects, with many interesting clients. And most recently, I was working as a virtual project manager, working with startup or solopreneurs. And as well, in the same time, I was recruiting freelancers for the remote companies. Last year, in the beginning of 2018, one of the company asked me to help them to lead an online bootcamp for people who want to start freelancing. So we organize a couple of times a year this training. It lasts 2 months for people who want to start freelancing. Either they want to be a VA or social media managers or project managers. And thanks to this group coaching, I found out what is my passion right now, and I am coaching individuals. So I'm a business and mindset coach, and my target groups are freelancers. And that's why I want to present to you, the most common challenges of my clients. My mission is really to show people that you can choose the lifestyle of your dreams and with no bullshit, really with practical tips. I want to encourage those people who are thinking about freelancing to really start doing that. And as well, I want to tell people who want to stop freelancing to not to do it, because there are ways to actually make a living from that. And my way, while I'm coaching, is I focus on three things: on mindset work, on the preparation to go into this new business experience. I'm focusing on niche, on finding your ideal clients, or crafting your offer, on teaching my clients sales and marketing skills, and as well, on top of that, some of the management skills, project management tools, and as well the mindset of being consistent and not giving up. So why this topic? A couple of months ago, I did my market research. I was talking to many people, and I wanted to know what is most challenging for them as freelancers or as aspiring freelancers. As well, I was talking to freelancers that I was hiring for my remote clients, and I found many talented people, talented freelancers with a lot of experience, much more talented than me. They had so much skills to offer, but they didn't have the skill to sell themselves. They were unemployed, although they had a lot of knowledge about certain topics. And I started to ask them what's wrong. Hence this presentation. As well, I was analyzing keywords on social media. I find my clients usually on Facebook groups. So I was just seeing what are the most challenging things in freelancing, in starting freelancing, on as well in developing your freelance business. And of course, as you probably experienced that or heard that from your friends, there's a lot of frustration about freelancing. Yeah, we hear that it's not worth it. You don't make a living. It is just a side gig. You can't get enough money to I don't know, travel or support your family. And before we jump on this main pain points, I just wanted to bring your attention to some of the facts that about reports that they say that 80% of large corporations, they are increasing use of freelancers in upcoming years. And as well, 20% of Fortune 500 companies, which will be 100 companies, are already on Upwork or are already using LinkedIn to start to prepare themselves for this change of the workforce, to start hiring contractors, freelancers, rather than looking for employees. And another thing is that the good thing is that there will be more and more opportunities for freelancers, and you can create your freelance idea from the scratch, from your passion, or for something that you think will be profitable. But as well, there is a growing competition, and that's why it's good to think about how to get enough skills, sales skills, marketing skills, business skills to grow your business and to avoid these frustrations. So these are real quotes from freelancers that I was talking to. So first of all, they can't make enough to have enough to live. The low cost proposals are winning. The clients are not nice to work with. The clients are not paying on time or not paying at all. The clients, they don't understand that certain products or developing certain products or providing services takes time. They are thinking about coming back to their office job. Many of freelancers are saying that. They find it hard to close deals, so they contact potential clients, but they don't know what to do to win this job in the end. So that's why this frustration. And as well, they are trying to use cold emails or cold calls, but they don't know how to convert. So there are many challenges and many pain points, but I tried to group them into three main areas. First one is the challenges in getting clients. So it will be about how to or where to find clients, and as well how to close deals. The second thing is how to keep clients. So it's connected with choosing the clients that are not fit to cooperate with us because they don't understand how we work, because we don't tell them. And as well, those clients, they don't know what they want as well. So freelancers make mistakes to to work for them just to get some money, but in the end it's very frustrating because those clients either don't have money or they don't know how to really work with other people. And of course, another thing is earning enough money. So why is it challenging? Yeah, why is it challenging to freelance? Why is it challenging to start your freelance business or go through? First of all, we have this employee mindset, which means that we are not taking responsibility for our own business. Things get out of control: taxes, business, marketing, how to get self-employment. Those things that are getting overwhelming. And as well, there is no our manager who is micromanaging us, who is telling us, okay, you need to do it now. Yeah, you need to. There's a lack of time management, for example, skills, and as well, many freelancers are experiencing mental health problems. So they are procrastinating. They are getting anxious because they don't know how to deal with freelancing. Things get overwhelming. They are lonely. They don't have enough support system. They are not around people who do the same. So people don't understand what they are doing, and they feel really lonely and lost. People believe that we get paid for our services or for our creativity, and in the later stage I'm going to tell you why it's wrong to think that. There's a hope and luck sales system, meaning that I'm waiting for the clients to come to me. And then we are attracting wrong clients. As I mentioned before, we are just getting whoever, and then we are frustrated that it's really hard to work with these clients. And when you work with a client 20 hours a week and he's not really nice to work with, then of course your job is not really nice to have and you are frustrated. And of course, lack of marketing and sales skills. And sales skills is the most important because the universities or schools, they don't teach us these things. But before anything else, I want to back to basics, and I don't want to dig too deeper into that. However, I really think it's really important to find your why you want to be a freelancer, because most of us, together with me when I started, I thought it's so cool to be location independent, to have remote work, and to travel the world and be free. But then the real work started to get in, and you really need a lot of time to give to develop your business. That's why you need to know what are your values. If your value is travel, then that's fine. You need to pay the price of being super organized. Yeah, you need to keep the deadlines. For some of my clients, their value is family. They want to work from home because they want to have this real experience of seeing their 3 children growing up. They don't want to go back to corporate life because they want to be with them. So I always ask my clients to just find out what are your real values, 2, 3 values, and try to stick to them. I know we are changing, and that's fine, but for the 1 or 2 years, it's good to have these 3 values in front of yourself because they will motivate you when the things will get a little bit complicated and harder. And yeah, it's really cool, this journey of self-awareness. You don't have to go too deep in that, but it's a good time to discover why I really want to freelance. Is it just because my friend is doing that and it sounds cool, or it looks cool in Instagram to travel the world? I mean, this definition of success, it's not ours, and we should come up with our own way of living the life, right? And yeah, find out this why I want to be a freelancer, why I want to be graphic designer, what graphic is for me, yeah, what writing is to me, why I want to support businesses as a VA, why I want to market things, like what is the deeper meaning here. As Simon Sinek, I don't know if you know him, but he said people don't buy what you do, but they buy why you do it. This is very important. So first of all, I'm going to start with the mindset. So freelancers, we are freelancers, and people who look for freelancers, they look for experts. Yeah, we might not be expert yet, but we need to think like experts, or we need to do this fake it till you make it. We need to sound like experts, that's for sure. Because when you when you are in a time that you want to get a client, you need to show him that you are a specialist or an expert. And this is the mentality that you need to put on yourself, daily. through talking to yourself or through writing, I don't know what, you are saying I'm the expert in that skill because you know more than the client that is looking for your services. Yeah. Second of all, business owner mindset as well. Yeah, this is your business. Nobody is going to pay for your holidays anymore. Nobody is going to micromanage you, and the client is going to pay you for delivering the project. Yeah, and you need to manage your time wisely, and you need to deliver that. You need to know how to report to a client because in the end he's paying you. He doesn't know you, and that's why he needs to know what you're doing. Second of all, when you are a freelancer and you're representing yourself, you should start think about building your own personal brand. Yeah, so you need to start to think, how visible should I be? Because if I want to stand out of this crowd of freelancers that are growing and they have very similar skills to us, we need to think about what is this added value, or what is this secret sauce, which could be your personality or the way to work with other people to deliver, exquisite customer service. You need to think about those little details that will distinguish you from others. You are not anymore a service provider. You are not anymore, creating website. You are more solution provider. You are helping your clients to create wonderful website that will get them clients, because this is why they have websites. You know, people don't have website for the sake of the website. They have the website because they want to get clients. They want to turn attention of their clients. You're a copywriter. You're not just writing a copy. You're just trying to the readers, make them fall in love with the content. Yeah. So this is why we should turn our mindset from service provider to solution provider. And we are providing results. We are providing outcomes and offers. And this is what we need to sell in the end. Quickly, it's good to think about your mission, vision, and purpose. Not writing any business plan for 100 pages. It's just, where am I, where I'm going, why I want to do it. It's really, really, really useful to have that information. Just talk to yourself or talk to your friend. Another thing which is really important, and is a topic for like a couple of days probably, is finding your niche, finding your ideal client. This is really important because the thinking is very counterintuitive. We think that if we talk to everybody will hear our message. But it's like when you are in the crowd and you are shouting, hey, this is my offer. No, it's so loud that nobody will hear you. But if you say like, hey, guy with the black shirt and Nike shoes, then if you point at him, of course, this guy will be like, me? Yeah, so that's why how you kind of channel your niche. Yeah, it's like in metaphorically speaking. What is the outcome of your offer? Yeah, so what is the return of investment? Yeah, this is the fancy word that big large corporations are using, but as well the return of investment is that the website that I'm going to provide you is going to give you more clients, hence more sales. Another thing, what is different in the processes you will offer depending on your nature of the business. And will your customer experience be exceptional? And this is very important, the communication with your clients. So just coming back to what I said before, targeting everybody is tiring and frustrating and doesn't bring results. So finding your ideal client, finding your niche doesn't have to be super laser focused, but just a little bit smaller, it really helps us to get those clients in the end. This is a cool thing that I found, how you want to create certain pitch for yourself. So if you think about what makes you different and unique compared to what's on the market, and you think about your niche, who specifically do you serve? Is it real estate agents, young moms, startups from Poland, anybody? And what's your offer? What is the destination you are helping them to get to? Yeah, what is the end result? And you could say like, hey, for example, for me, I help freelancers how to get clients, and it's different because I focus on mindset work and business and sales education. Another thing that it's really, really common among new freelancers is the lack of commitment. So there are so many things that you can do online, and everything, so it sounds so exciting that we really want to do a lot of things in one time. And and it doesn't help us to focus, yeah? So the thing is that, at least like my business coach, she always saying that you have like 3 O's, yeah? One niche, one offer for 1 year, yeah? So of course you can change it, but it's good to focus for the next 6 to 12 months to one niche, because then each time you're going to work on it, your pitch is going to be better, your offer is going to be better, yeah? You're going to get more and more clients, and of course on the way we are learning, we are not an expert from the beginning, but we are focusing then in the end, sales will be so easier for you. And as I said as well, it's okay to support yourself with some other side gigs that are not connected with something that we want to ultimately do. But of course, we shouldn't just take too much of these side gigs, because they will just cover what we really want to do. Just quickly, some useful tips to get clients. So if you are a freelancer and you still didn't kind of get familiar with sales process and negotiation, that's the time. If you are aspiring, this is the area of business that you need to really focus on. Another thing, lead generation process is not anymore only for large corporation. As well, you need to find your sales funnel, or if you don't know what it is, you should read about it. 70% rule to level up. This is something that I recently read, and it's something that I discovered that I did myself. So while I was working on Upwork and building my freelance business, while I wanted to get better projects, or I wanted to earn more, I was reading job proposals, and I was just looking for the ones that I match 70% of skills. Most of people, they want to match 90 to 100% of skills if you want to get a new job. And if you are doing things online, if you are like a marketer, or you build websites, or you are a VA or project manager, you really can learn new skills very quickly. So this mindset of like, I need to match 100% prevents us for getting new clients. So really, if you know 60 or 70%, it's a high chance that you can learn quickly the other skills. Visibility is key, so choose your social media platforms. This is as well another big topic, and this is another big problem of freelancers, because they don't want to be visible. They say that I'm not enough, I'm not skilled enough. How can I compare myself to others? They have so much more experience, so much more likes, but they as well started somewhere. So you need to think about that. Okay, these guys just started before you. That's it, really, yeah? And you can be like them or be better than them, but as well, you will be always different than them. So you need to think that this visibility is really important. You need to start sharing. You need to start showing your expertise as well through sharing on social media, on your favorite social media. It could be blog, it could be your website, it could be anything. Instagram, Facebook groups. That's really important to at least start small, yeah? Another thing that helped me myself when I started developing my coaching business, and I heard from my coach that it's absolutely essential that I have to go to people and talk to them, yeah? And I was like, I don't want to, I just want to, talk to them on the phone and tell them what I can propose. And she's like, well, in your business, it's about building relationships, long-term relationships, and they need to start knowing you before you can pitch them. So what I did, I took a part in a 90 days content challenge. I don't know if you've heard about these challenges, but me and a bunch of other people, I know 40 people, we decided from the 1st of January to the end of March that we are going to write or show something on our favorite social media. So for me it was Facebook, every day sharing something, no exception. I might not have much content to do, but I will just copy paste a quote for somebody else and say, I like this quote because. But because of this habit, I developed my habit of showing myself. And especially it was hard for me because I'm not a native English speaker, and I work in English. That's why I always thought that, oh no, people will judge, I will make mistakes, right? And this kind of, this challenge helped me to overcome these fears, really. Doesn't really matter in the end. Relationships are essential, start networking. So this is important. We can start networking online, offline, in this kind of workshops, in networking events. Talk to people, because you never know who is in the same niche as you, who is in the same industry, yeah? You might say like, hey, I'm doing this. Somebody say, well, I need a VA. Well, I need marketing. I need somebody to do my social media. You never know, yeah? So you need to start talking to people about what you do. And the confidence starts with really the trusting that you can do it. It's easier said than done, but it's true, with the courage to take the action. And action could be writing the first post, saying to people, hey, I'm doing this, or showing, this is my new website, what do you think? Just sharing with your friends on Facebook, why not? And very, very important for those of you who will just start or who already started, get testimonials and referrals as soon as possible from your clients, because this is how you build the way of being reliable, through other people, because it's not enough to say I'm great, but it's enough to show that somebody else said that. Just a quick ideas how to get your clients, So for example, I mention Facebook groups because I get my clients through Facebook groups. What I do is, once I find my ideal client, once I find my niche, I need to know where they are hanging out. And I found they are on Facebook groups. There are so many Facebook groups, and I don't know if it's true, but somebody told me that soon Facebook maybe will get rid of the wall, and every interaction will be in the Facebook groups. So this is a place to be. So what I do, I show up, I'm helpful, I use these promo days. Promo days meaning that once a week you can say something about your business. So you can start pitching yourself there. If you don't have promo days, you can just say once in a while that I'm looking for this is what I'm skilled at. And of course it's not easy, but you need to start pitching. You need to start doing the sales process. Another thing, I know it's really easier as well said than done, because some of our family members, they don't even understand what we are doing, but it's sometimes good to reach to family and friends. And really, believe me, you never know how many other friends your family members have, your friends of friends. So just reach out, just say. And really, a lot of people, if you say to them, I would be grateful if you say that to your friends that I'm offering this kind of services or products, people like to be helpful. So really, for most of us, we don't like to ask for help, but it's really, people are really like to do that. What else? Local businesses, online businesses. You can, depending of course on your niche, you are writing down the list of the local or online businesses that you want to work with. Then you start to follow their social media. You can start liking what they do, commenting, starting to be noticed by them. You can cold call or email if you want. Probably you will be rejected many times, but as well is a part of learning. Being rejected is a part of sales process, so we need to get used to that as well. It's a great practice, so I really recommend to do that. And of course, job boards. Like I said, I sometimes still use Upwork, and I teach people how to use Upwork to win clients as well. So I really recommend Upwork. However, Upwork started to be very picky recently and very selective with people who are going in. So your profile needs to be first accepted. And meaning that you need to write your profile in a very creative way. So it's not enough that you say I'm a digital marketer. You need to say that I'm a digital marketer working for female coaches, for example. And then you have your bio, where you should as well write what kind of problems you solve with your services. Not only that I provide this, because as I say, the mentality is not service provider, but solution provider. So this is really useful. Upwork. If you want to start and you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm your girl for Upwork. Facebook group job boards. They are amazing. I'm recruiting people from there. Even more people are applying. More people who are matching the skills that I'm looking for are applying through Facebook job boards. So some of Facebook groups are just, if you want to post anything, I don't know if you've seen it, but the only thing that you can post is the job, and you can also reply to this job. So they are just made as a job boards. Cool place to look for jobs. And LinkedIn as well. I am quite active as well on LinkedIn. Is a place to be for freelancers for sure. If you use certain hashtag like hashtag remote, very, very often there are job offers, a lot. So you can look there as well. And as well on LinkedIn, if you have certain community people that you are connected with, if you say hey guys, I'm looking for a job in this and that, and ask people to share that, people will share that. And I saw a girl who didn't have really that many connects, I don't know, maybe 200, 300, she started to ask people, and it started to be so viral that she got a job in 2 or 3 days. So it's really, really cool. It's really, really okay to ask, to share the fact that you are looking for some freelance gigs or a job or remote job. So another thing is pro bono clients, and I know that some people have, it's quite controversial because I don't know if you know, pro bono clients are people you are working for free, so they will not give you money for your work. However, some things that are priceless, I would say, invaluable, and this is what I did for my coaching business. I got 4 pro bono clients that I was providing coaching for 1 month. And what I got is, first of all, win-win situation because they've been coached and I helped them to solve certain issues. For me, it was amazing practice. I mean, how can I practice if not coaching? I can't really read the book about coaching and knowing how to coach a person, a live person, right? So I got the practice. I nail my niche because I understand what I want to do and what I don't want to do. Third thing, I got 4 testimonials and I created case studies from this. Their pictures, their stories, they're saying that how I helped them, their transformation story. Okay, this is just for coaching, but you can do it with digital marketing, with website, with anything really. I got true fans, so they are always supporting me. We are friends, and I got a lot of feedback. Yeah, like a good feedback, like about what went wrong in my coaching. In terms of organization of the call, and as well what they like, what they didn't like, and I took so much things that I really, I don't know if I would have to pay a lot of money to get this information probably. So briefly, like how to get clients, be the category of 1, so you are the only one, nobody's like you. Be visible, approachable, authority, and help your clients to make this decision to buy. So this is the sales process. And as well, present the logical next step in your proposal, call to action. This is something really that if you really want to take something from this presentation, this is very important. While you writing emails or proposals, call to action is very important because people, your potential clients, are reading your proposal or your emails. They read, they think it's very interesting, and then they say, thank you, bye. And they're like, okay, bye. You need to tell them like, hey, why don't we jump on a quick call this week? Hey, are you available? Hey, can you tell me a little bit more about this and that? So that you make them to reply. We need to make them reply. Yeah, we need to make them take this action. That's why it's very, very important. That's why many freelancers or business owners are missing their opportunities to get clients. Another thing, just wanted to tell you briefly, like how to avoid this luck and hope sales system. We need to really get familiar and acquainted with cold emails, writing good proposals, doing sales calls, social selling, which is long-term online relationship building, and negotiations in terms of pricing or projects or deadlines. Yeah. So these things are really making people uncomfortable. Everybody is feeling uncomfortable. Most of the people. There are some people who love sales, but it is hard. Yeah. That's why you need to really think about it in advance. That prepare yourself for that and prepare yourself to be rejected. It's not cool, but after 5, 6, 7 times you're going to be rejected. Somebody says no. You are like, okay, there will be another one. Okay, they said no. But on the other hand, why I said no? Maybe it's because it's not a good client. It's in the end, you think that, okay, they said no because they didn't have money really, or they wouldn't be good clients to work with me. I don't want to work with clients who are not nice, yeah? Some tips for cold emails, yeah, or direct messaging. Yeah, if we are talking about social media, they are more of a direct messaging. So we are selling outcome, not ourselves. We are avoiding saying about me, myself. Oh, I would be interested in this job. Oh, I want to help you. I want to work with you. I think I will be good fit. Yeah, we are trying to right now avoid these things. It's more of a I work with this client and we got this. Why don't you want me to help you in that way? So replacing I to my clients, yeah, to showing if you have the testimonials, yeah. So as I said show your testimonials is very, very powerful. And as well, of course, if you are contacting the lead, think about how you can make their problem go away. It's really important. And this is an example of how I was approaching people. So first thing, it's not that bad. It's like, hey, I'm Ania, mindset business coach who helps people in getting their location-independent job and work from wherever they want. I have a lot of experience working with many freelancers. Currently, I have a free ebook to show you how to be more productive. Do you want to see it? Okay, call to action, a lot of things. And then another thing. Wow, one of my clients, Mike, just became a full-time digital nomad and secured a remote job. And another client, Carol, just opened her new online jewelry shop that she was dreaming of for 12 years. Question, if I were to take a look at your current process of developing your online career, be it starting or growing your freelance business idea, would you consider a free strategy call? You see the difference? Yeah, it's more of a showing the transformation here, the problem. I solved the problem. She really wanted to open the jewelry shop. 12 years, it was really painful, I guess, and I helped her to do it. And the question is, do you want to really have a quick call with me? It's free. Why not? Yeah. And my thing in my coaching is to get people on the phone. Yeah, that's the trickiest part. Another cold emails example. It's this transformational story. So of course, story before and after. So how I changed people's thanks to my marketing strategy, they had 1,000 signups from their lead magnet, for example. Yeah. Controversial statement. Oh, I get it. You don't want more sales. Yeah. This is really. It's like, sure, I want. That's why somebody wants to click. Yeah. And another thing is why now? So creating this sense of urgency and scarcity. Yeah. So it's like, hey, I have this offer. It ends the end of October. Yeah. There are many ways to do that, but there are just ways of tackling this cold emails so that people click, really. And there's another proposal example that I had with my client. So, first one. Dear Robert, I would be interested in getting involved in this job. And I'm like, well, that's nice that you're interested, but I don't care, really. I have several years experience in digital marketing, like social media strategy, Facebook ad. I work with many clients. I think it will be a great fit. Versus another one. Hey Robert, I want to help you find high quality leads for your business by creating effective digital marketing campaigns. This is a problem. This is a solution already. My previous client, John, got 1,000 signups from my Facebook ads campaign. John said, Ania is simply the best. She's skillful and You see the difference? Yeah, it's a problem, it's a solution, and the result. Another thing about sales and follow-ups. This is really important for freelancers. I wasn't aware until my friend just showed me that. So in sales statistics, even for salespeople, is that almost 50% of salespeople, they never follow up with the prospect. Never. They just they say no, and that's it. Yeah. So there are more statistics. So for example, only 10% they make more than 3 contacts. Yeah. Whereas you see the results, only 2% of sales are made on the first contact. Yeah. So you see the gap. 80% of sales are made between 5th and 12th contact. You see, and as well, this is the mentality of being rejected. Yeah, it's like somebody says no, and you're just putting him out of your pipeline, and you don't have to come back to the same person and say copy paste the same message, but you can create some kind of different relation here. You can show, hey, this is my new blog post, this is my new ebook, this is interesting article, yeah, and this person, hey, thanks. And then, after a while, it's sending something else. Hey, thanks. And this person is starting to remember you, yeah? And then after a while, maybe you are even, you are creating your pitch even in a better way. You have better offer, yeah? So after 4th, 5th, 6th time, you're saying hey, I have this amazing offer. It's 50% off what I used to talk to you. Why do you want to hop on the call? And somebody's like, yeah, why not? Makes sense, right? This is, we can talk about it for a long time, but just wanted to underline how the art of following up is powerful. Couple of things to remember. So be confident about your profession and niche. So the point is to stick to something, to commit to something, so that when somebody asks you what you do, you're just very easily saying, it's I do a little bit this, a little bit that, I don't know. Just be this person even before you start it. have your pitch, be visible, start building relationships, follow-ups, and as well, another very important thing, and this is very, very, very useful knowledge to have while you're starting, you should monitor everything that you do, because this journey, this progress is very important. Who are we becoming? How are you learning? What worked? What didn't work? Yeah. Being visible, consistent, and not giving up. Of course, it's easier said than done, but it's true. Okay, the second part. So how to keep clients? So let's say we have already those clients, and sometimes this hopes and waiting sales system works, and we got the first client, yeah, and then we are like, oh my God, what should we do? So first red signal before you start the project is that the clients, they don't know what they want. Yeah, you talk to them and they are like, yeah, I kind of want a marketing strategy. I kind of want to sell that. I kind of wanted this. And this is first red flag. And I'm not saying all of the clients are like this, but many of them, they don't have a clue. They don't have a budget. They have some idea, so that you finally go with them and they just drop it. They just drop it. They just say like, I don't want to do it. I don't have money. I don't have energy, family issues, whatever. And then you are frustrated. Yeah, you're like, oh, all of them are like this. Of course not. It's just this first thing that you need to always pay attention. Yeah, that's why I always ask my clients when they are getting some traction in responding to proposals, talk to people over phone, over Skype, so you really sense if this person is serious. This is really important. Another thing, you need to talk about every detail of your collaboration, these expectations. This is very important, yeah? How you're getting paid, what are you delivering, everything, concrete things, because this miscommunication, misconception is really, really, really common. And usually freelancers are suffering here, yeah, because clients will I will not pay, yeah, and that's it, because I didn't expect that. So you need to tell them what are you delivering, where, how you're going to communicate these things. It's very important to think about ahead of starting your project. They need to be aware of the processes. Processes meaning like how you're going to communicate, Skype, phone, WhatsApp, what kind of, like, are you using Slack, Trello, this kind of little things. Communicate what you do. Reports are really important. I'm not saying writing super big reports, well, depending on what you do. But communicating what you do, because clients, if you get a nice client, you want to keep him, yeah? And it's important for him, her, to know what you're doing with their money. So you're saying, you are giving these updates, yeah? Sometimes you can talk about these things before signing a contract, but if not, then you just need to be responsible of communicating where am I at with developing the project, for example. Yes, customer service, it's really important. If like many of my clients who are having remote companies, they are saying that the customer service is really poor because of lack of communication, missing deadlines, many things, and they don't want to work with freelancers anymore. Being proactive, so of course if there is a challenge, if there is a problem, then try to first find a solution yourself before going to a client. He's paying you for doing that. He's paying for you for being an expert. And even if you're an expert, you probably have some network. You can ask people before asking many questions to your client. He doesn't have time to do that, yeah? Only in the worst case scenario, of course, you can do that, but try to be proactive. It's good to impress the client once in a while. This is this attraction factor. So just, assuring them that you are great. Sometimes, delivering something before or suggesting something, yeah, something more efficient, for example. It's good to do it. Why not? And when it's your first month, it's good to go an extra mile. So just to show that they made a good decision hiring you. Another thing that I just want to underline, and this is what I was hearing my clients who were complaining about freelancers, is that they don't take ownership, responsibility for their jobs, for their projects, and then they don't try to find solutions themselves. They just all the time coming back to them, and they're like, hey, I hired a virtual project manager and he's just coming back to me all the time. Like, what am I paying for? Another thing, so these three things are really important, and it's very, very essential to learn to manage yourself, manage clients, and manage processes or projects. So when you start with your self-management, this is things that, as I said before, knowing your why, what motivates you, what kind of setup, like your environment motivates you. Yeah, do you want to work in a working space? Maybe it's better for you to work at home. What is making you be more motivated? Yeah, what is stressing you out? You need to be aware of this, because at some point things will get, when you get more clients, or when you will have a problem with getting clients, you will start to get frustrated, and you need to know how to deal with that, because if not, you will have some mental health issues, and we don't want that. Another thing is client management. So this is what I already mentioned before, is this customer experience. Yeah. So how you manage clients, what is onboarding, what processes you will use, how often will you communicate, yeah, so that the client is satisfied. And this kind of habit that even if you don't have the solution, and the client is asking you, hey, did you find the solution? And you are like, instead of not writing because you didn't find, you can write, hey, I'm working on it, very soon I'm going to find it. This is enough. Yeah, this is enough, because we are showing that we read the message. And very often we don't reply because we don't have the solution, and it might take 2 weeks. And the client say like, sorry, but what am I paying for? And then we have process management, project management. So these things are more of a combination of for you and for the client. Yeah, how do you manage your projects? What kind of tools, online tools or offline? Do you have you write in your ebook, your to-do lists? I don't know. But this is very important, and this is as well many of my clients are struggling with, because they wake up and they are too overwhelmed with things to do, and they just avoid. Yeah, there's procrastination because there's no clarity. That's why it's good to develop your own to-do system, to-do lists, whatever works for you. Yeah. But for most people, it's that when you wake up and you know what you do, although things might be challenging, but if you know what you need to do, it's a relief. Yeah, you are like, okay, I can make it through. Okay. Other things, some tips for keeping clients. First of all, if you want to keep clients, you need to keep standards. So as I said, you need to deliver the quality work on time, and you need to set up some boundaries as well between you and the client. Then you need to have support system. It's really important that you surround yourself with people that have similar industries, similar jobs. Online or offline, it doesn't matter, but it's really important, because at some point we are surrounded with people who don't understand you will feel lost, and yeah, we don't want that. Go to LinkedIn. It's a really cool place to hang out for freelancers. As I said, many job offers and many people who support. Yeah. And as well, you can look for inspiration and mentors. Yeah. So, for example, if you are here, like in this co-working space, I'm sure there are some people who are doing similar things to you, but they are a couple of years ahead, and for free they will just answer your questions. It's really cool to ask people for some advice. Yeah. Another thing, the third thing, it's really big topic as well, but I just want to mention some things, is that pricing. Yeah. So we usually start at random price when we are freelancing, and then we are waiting for a long time to higher the price, and we are constantly lowering the prices to win projects, yeah, to win clients. And this is what I'm experiencing as well with the freelancers that I'm hiring myself, because I have certain range of price that my client can afford to, and some of the freelancers, they just lower the price from $50 to $25, which is, they take a job, but in the end, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's really lowering your standards, because as well, you might say, oh, cool, I want the client because I really needed to do that. But then in the end, it's not a win-win situation. Yeah, in this negotiation, yeah, we are winning, and we need to have win-win situation. It's not a race or anything. Yeah, it's when you negotiate prices, need to be good for you, because after a while you will feel that you are underpaid and your quality of work will be lower. So these things are really important. So if you want to see how to price your service, you need to do the market research. So probably the best thing is to ask people who are already doing it, or they were doing it before. You can think about where you stay, where you live, how much taxes you need to pay, how much fees this platform take. If you use, for example, Upwork, they take 20% of your salary, of your hourly rate, which is a lot. So you need to think about it. And just take some average, put something on top so that you can negotiate later. Have your minimum and don't go lower. Really, it's not the way. And Seth Godin said that the huge mistake freelancers make is that they think that freelancers do not have boss, yeah. But in the end, we are our own bosses. We are the owners of our own freelance business, yeah. And you need to really put yourself in this role, yeah. And you can give yourself a raise, yeah. I can only say through how I was working through Upwork. Each time I wanted to raise my prices, I was just doing it. Yeah, I was just putting more. Sometimes I was negotiating less, but I had some boundaries that I didn't do because client was proposing more hours. So in the end, it was more profitable, but it was just so easy. It was just, I was doing it. Yeah, why not? So in the end, you come with the pricing strategies and clients needs to say yes or no. And you need to be as well prepared that clients can't afford your services. It's okay. And this is example of method how to grow financially as a freelancer, a rock climbing method. It means that you are having repeated business, meaning that you are working with a long-term client or with a client who is coming back to you. So if you are working as a graphic designer and you are designing products, then you want this client to come back to you. You are kind of safe, yeah. Well, you're never safe, but kind of secure. And then you are getting new clients, and you can afford to rise your prices, yeah. And you do that, because it's hard to rise prices very often with repeated client. They will say why? I'm giving you a job. Once in a while, yes, but not every month, yeah. But if you are getting new clients every month, you can always say more, yeah. This is how you grow financially as a freelancer. It's one of the way. Negotiation process. Why we negotiate? We negotiate because we want to close more deals. We want to have faster deals. Negotiating helps us to get more money, and it gives us confidence. Yeah, it is a really, really powerful skill to have, and not many schools are teaching this, unfortunately. That's why many freelancers are lowering their prices all the time, because they are dealing with a client who is probably quite experienced in negotiating, because they have their businesses for several years. They know how to do it, and they just, for them, it's like this, okay, my budget is this, what can you do? And you're like, okay, if it's his budget, then I will do that, which is not cool. And of course, there are many books and conferences about negotiating processes, but I wanted to just give you several facts that are useful to know. Is that, of course, if you want to negotiate, you need to be well prepared, so well informed. When you negotiate a price with new client, it's good to know a lot about their industry as well. So what are the prices in the industry, so that if somebody says oh, I want to do this, and you say well, the standards, the average price in this country is like this, why you want to go lower? And it's a fact, yeah, for example, yeah. And you need to be emotionally and mentally prepared that you are not going to get the result that you want, yeah. So you are will say, somebody says no, and you say no, that's it, that's okay. Not everybody can afford your services, and that's fine. And in freelancing, as I said, everything is about win-win situation. We are playing in the both teams. So in terms of pricing or deadlines, we need to be, people need to be more or less satisfied. Because if the client will pay too much than he has, it will create some other additional things that you want to avoid, like micromanaging, like saying oh, you make mistakes, yeah. Somebody who is okay, I pay your services that much money, or then you will be underpaid and you will be I don't care, yeah. So you will lose a client and you will not have any testimonial or bad reputation. I don't know. It's better to think about this win-win situation, and it's very very useful to talk about standards when clients want to use your services or buy your products, and they want to really lower your prices. You're going to say well, you want a high quality, but you want to pay that. It doesn't seem logical to me. And then nobody likes to have questions their standards. So it's a good starting point of the conversation. Yeah? It's are you looking for low quality or high quality? And then very, very often clients yeah, well, that makes sense, yeah. And then you can start, okay, so what's your budget? And for this budget, what I can propose, yeah. We can start like that. Okay, talking a lot. So this is 3 rules of success, that they are not my words, but this is something that it's as well always around me. It's like you will be successful when you start seeing yourself as a servant, as helping others, yeah, trying to solve problems rather than just selling the services. The most rewarding part is the success is the person you are becoming in the process. Yeah, you might not evolve that quickly, but each month you are learning so much. You know, if you stop and reflect, you know, every day you are learning so many things. You need to be grateful for that, for yourself. And of course, this over-delivering and going this extra mile, you will be rewarded for that. And I'm not talking about working 80 hours a week. It's something that gives this extra thing that the person that you work for is going to appreciate and remember you, yeah? Especially in the world when it's a little bit crowded in terms of services that people provide. You know, they are very similar. You need to be the secret sauce, as I said. You need to be the person, you know, to show why I'm different. So those of you who are interested, you can join my Facebook group for successful freelancer entrepreneurs. I'm doing some live workshops. I'm sharing a lot of things. So, and yeah, I would love to see you there. Why not? If you have any questions, okay, there will be a question part right now. But if you have anything that you wanna ask me later, this is my email. This is where you can find me online, my Instagram, and this is my website. Thank you. Any questions?
Please go back to your Facebook group. I didn't get
Yeah. Something doesn't make sense. Yes?
I don't quite understand about the 70% rule.
70% rule. Yeah. So, for example, you have a job post, yeah, and you're reading skills, responsibilities. What will you do? And most of people wouldn't apply if they don't meet 90% of the skills. So you're like, you know, it's just our orientation, yeah. And how I was growing and how many other freelancers who know the rule are growing is that they are applying anyway if they know at least like 60, 70. Because on the way, if, of course, depending on what you do exactly, yeah, but if you are doing something like a management, social media, websites, if you can really learn on the way, and this is how I learn on the way many things, yeah. They were talking to me and I said, okay, I don't know this, but I will learn very quickly. What I wanted them to hop on the phone with me, to show them my personality, that my charisma, because this is as well a good thing to remember is that a lot of my clients who are hiring freelancers, remote companies, I was sourcing freelancers for them, right? So I found this one guy who was like, his skills were like amazing, super experienced, digital marketer. And I'm like, Ed, like, so are you hiring him? You know, I want to close the deal as well. And he said, no. And I'm like, why? He said, bad attitude, disconnected person, not charismatic, yeah? Like, not showing me on the phone or on Skype that he's want to be a part of the team, yeah? So he was amazing in experience, but he said he wouldn't fit the team at all because he was like, whatever attitude, you know? So I understand that sometimes we have a bad day, but it's good to be prepared with the, like, go-getter attitude, yeah? Be more like, energized, yeah, whatever, jump before, just to be more open to that, because people are sensing that, and especially small companies, and these are more of remote companies, they want to work with somebody who's friendly, they want to work with somebody who fit their culture, yeah, both sides, of course.
Okay,
yes.
Would you say the difference between working for corporations or individuals as a freelancer? Do you ever work as a freelancer for individuals and corporations? There's some significant difference between how you should approach those tasks?
Yeah, I haven't worked necessarily for the corporations, but for the companies, yeah? For the companies. Oh yeah, like for example, if you work for an individual, this person is developing business, this person is working 7 days a week. This person is working all the time, yeah? So this person is not going to tell you to work all the time, but he's very available, yeah? Whereas big companies, they have already the time where you work, yeah? So it's a little bit like the information goes a little bit longer. Whereas with a guy who is just developing a business, or two guys, there's a lot of work, yeah, and you can get more work if you're looking for hourly base. You can get more work, yeah. But as well, of course, you need to think about the budget, yeah. You need to obviously people who have just starting companies, they are just having some limited budget, yeah. And bigger company, of course, have more, so you can also negotiate with them pricing. Are you looking for specific area that you're asking for?
Not really. I was just trying to understand about this customer retention, meaning that they become repeat customers. The individual, you said it's more about this charisma that you're involved in this business. Is it the same with companies, or do they really just come and say we have this project and they don't really care about this?
They care more and more, because more and more companies who are remote are very modern. So they really they care about this culture fit. This is the trendy right now, yeah. So they really care about who you are, rather than, of course, you need to have certain skills to get the job. It's normal. But I was the other day taking a part of this conference about culture fit, and there were representatives of these companies, remote companies, and they said that it's really, really important, the personality, really, the charisma. They do a lot of this personality tests. You have some assessment center, which doesn't necessarily mean that you will do a lot of logics, or sometimes, like, the big corporation, if you want to go through that, you have so many things to assess, like mathematical thinking. They don't do that. They more of asking you some questions about how would you do it? Are you helpful? Are you going to work with a team? You can be individual, but you need to know how to work with the team members, yeah? So this is really important, and it's going to grow even in the corporations as well. They take care of it. Yeah.
So with creating your profile on Upwork, you talked about a little bit if you're really just starting out, maybe even like coming into a new field and trying to be freelance in that way. Is your, like, if you don't have a lot to show, for example, like your profile on Upwork would be so different from my profile on Upwork.
Yeah.
Like, should you have an expectation of kind of taking a lot of like lower paying jobs just to build up that client platform, or should you kind of like wait for like a bigger fish to come? Like, how do you even get your
on
first
Upwork?
client?
On Upwork,
as well as like any other platforms. But I'm thinking about Upwork specifically.
So you need to, first of all, you need to find out what you want to do. So Upwork right now is giving an opportunity to have one general profile and add up some specialization. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for the first timer, I would just say focus on the general profile, because this is the first thing that people will see, and just find out what you want to do, and just be creative in writing this. Yes, because the good thing is that the most important thing is to get accepted, because then you can change it. You can change it as like this is crazy. Yeah, I know. But now it's pretty hard. So, but if you are asking about how to get clients.
To get accepted and then to be
accepted, you need to be like, okay, what I want to do. If you are like want to be a VA, it's not enough. You need to say what exactly will you do, how are you going to do it, and because they are going to check that, yeah. And then you're getting accepted, and then there's more difficult part is coming, yeah. So it's like you're writing proposals. You have certain tokens or certain credits that you can do to apply, and you are writing proposals. And Upwork is it is not difficult, but it's complex platform, and you need to know where to look. You need to set up certain filters, because you want to work with clients who are paying like your rate, and it's possible to do that. You need to write certain proposals. So the good thing, like the tip, is that when you write proposals, 2 first sentences are visible, and they are very important for you to get visible to the clients, that they will click and say like, okay, I want to read more. Mm-hmm. And people usually like, this is to apply for this position, yeah, and this is really boring. Okay? It doesn't work anymore. It's like you need to write something more of like how I'm going to solve a problem very quickly, yeah. So there's a lot of things, but it's once you get to know Upwork, it's good, yeah, because like for me it took a while, but I don't know if you know, but on Upwork as well you can get invited to jobs. So I was in the position because I developed a couple of jobs that they were sending invitation to me daily. So I was just like choosing with who I want to work, if I want to, yeah. There are some like, scammers, like stupid jobs, but there are really, really, really good clients that I have there, yeah, like long-term clients.
How long did it take you to build that kind of thing where you were actually receiving job offers?
I would say 6-7 months. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and I didn't have any education about that. It was just trial, and a lot of errors, and like if you have any questions, just let me know, because if you know these things, it's just so easy. It's easier, and it's once you get there, it's not that difficult to get clients. Yeah, your first clients.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Two questions. First, if you don't have any testimonials on Upwork, can you expect to get a job?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need these ones?
Yeah, you can, sure.
Okay.
Of course.
And the second question, like finding clients all the time seems like it's very time consuming and kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
And could you hire an agent to do that for you? What do you think of that?
To find clients for me.
Or for myself, or for anyone, for example, would that be a good idea? Or what do you think?
What do you do?
Web development.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you can try that if you have a budget for the salesperson. That's fine. Yeah.
Someone recommended I could offer the recruiter like 25% of the first month salary. Would that be a good strategy?
Yeah, you can try that. Yeah, I'm always up to, like, depends how frustrated are you? Like, how, like, do you need clients? Do you need like certain amount of clients? Do you need first client? What's your budget? You need to assess these things. Yeah. But why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you try Upwork?
I've tried applying and not got any responses. I've only tried like a couple days. So,
Yeah. Did you assess like what you did? Like, did you reflect?
Yeah. Well, I haven't really applied for many jobs, just like a handful.
Ah,
I haven't
okay.
really put in
Well,
time
that's
to it.
that's the reason.
Yeah,
Probably.
and,
Yeah. It's
and LinkedIn too. You can also contact recruiters, right, and offer a percentage of your salary.
so you have a, like, agency, or you are like freelancer?
I'm freelancer.
Okay. Try on Facebook groups, job boards. This is cool. People are looking for website developers, and Upwork, it will work. You just need to put a little bit more time and effort in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I share a thought about Upwork? Because I use it for hiring people when I need some complementary figure.
Yeah.
And what I didn't like is if I put a project with a budget of, I don't know, $200,
Mm-hmm.
I receive some application. If I put the same project with 500, I receive more or less same application. If I put 20, probably I would receive still some application.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing that budgeting, I have to budget, and then based on that I receive application. Anyway, for me it's really difficult then to filter. So lately I'm hiring people through Fiverr. Yeah, we started like doing things for $5, but now you can put more. I will do a complete website, and then you put your price, 5 pages. Your price for 10 pages. So I can more filter. Apart from the feedback, but I can filter out the people who want to price themselves.
Yeah.
Because firstly I want to see how you price yourself, then think if you're high price or you're high end.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking from the perspective of the client, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can probably try on Fiverr, make your profile, putting yourself on high price, putting your portfolio.
Yeah.
That's good.
Can you like get a lot of, because Fiverr for me, I was using Fiverr to hire people, and I didn't have good experience in terms of quality. So it was really, really bad quality in terms of graphics.
You have to aim for the higher prices.
Yeah, you can, like, because I'm, at some point I was like, of course I will put
make
more.
A website,
and
you can find anything from 100 to 1,000. So
okay, cool.
now they launched Fiverr Pro,
Mm-hmm.
that you can filter by professional, but like really high end.
Yeah.
The people price themselves really at the top.
Okay.
But still is something.
Yeah. Well,
If you
as
need
I
a
said.
top developer, not a student.
Yeah. Okay, in that part of job, but if you're looking for more of managers, online managers, Upwork would be better because of the better quality of work, I would say, or experience. Or the best would be Facebook groups. They are really cool, and they are really skilled people. If you are looking for help or something like that. Any other question? Yes.
How do you show up your work if it's a team work? Let's say between designers, between copywriters, developers. And let's say you create a website and then it disappears. I mean, we create landing pages which stays only for 1 month, 2 months. Let's say new product, and then after 2 months we don't sell it anymore and we take it off. So how do I save my work? How do I show off? I don't know.
One before.
No, I promise you did not use Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Maybe I know.
I promise you did. It's a girl's one.
Well, you like maybe someone else has.
No, nobody else uses mine.
Your lady
Fucking
friend
Derek
uses
uses me that shit. No way.